The world you see isn't real. The pain you feel, fabricated. Even your memories, the ones you swear are true, could be complete fictions. Right now, as you're watching this, your brain is filtering reality, deleting details, and rehearsing your death scene, all without asking your permission. This isn't science fiction, it's your biology. And once you understand how deeply your brain manipulates you, you'll never trust your own mind the same way again. Number 1. Your brain prepares your death scene. Here's a comforting thought: your brain has a built-in system for when it thinks you're about to die. It's called the Thanatos response. In extreme situations, freezing cold, oxygen deprivation, overwhelming trauma, your brain can trigger a surreal shutdown. People describe seeing their life flash before their eyes, a sudden calm washing over them, or even out-of-body experiences. This isn't mystical, it's your brain dumping a cocktail of chemicals to soften the blow. Endorphins flood your system, pain dulls, time feels distorted. Your brain creates a strange sense of peace right before the end. But sometimes it misfires. That wave of dissociation during a panic attack, that dreamlike feeling when you narrowly avoid a car crash, little previews of the system kicking in. So while you're watching this safe and sound, remember your brain isn't just hiding truths to keep you alive, it's also rehearsing for the day you won't be. Number 2, fear is your brain's favorite weapon. Your brain is obsessed with keeping you alive, but subtlety, not its strong suit. Instead, it uses fear like a blaring car alarm, loud, annoying, and often wildly disproportionate. That surge of panic when you see a harmless spider, your amygdala doesn't care about context. It just screams threat before you can remind yourself you're 10,000 times its size. Even worse, your brain loves false alarms. Random shadows in your bedroom at night? Cue the adrenaline dump. A creaky floorboard must be a murderer. Never mind the cat. This ancient hypervigilance once kept your ancestors from becoming saber-tooth snacks. But now it means you jump at horror movie trailers and feel your stomach drop when your phone buzzes unexpectedly. The truth, fear is rarely about the thing itself. It's your brain's way of hijacking your body for just-in-case scenarios. Helpful sometimes. Overdramatic, absolutely. But hey, better safe than sorry, right? Number 3, your brain makes you blind. You're surrounded by a world full of details, colors, shapes, motion, but your brain? It cherry-picks what it thinks matters and tosses the rest in the mental trash bin. Ever hear of inattentional blindness? It's why you can stare straight at something and not see it, like missing a giant stop sign because you were too busy arguing with your GPS, or not noticing the gorilla in the room, literally during a famous psychology experiment where participants were so focused on counting basketball passes, they didn't see a guy in a gorilla suit stroll through the scene. Your brain prioritizes survival over accuracy. Too many details and you'd freeze up like a Windows 98 computer. So it filters reality, creating a curated version for you to experience. That's why you never saw that ex's red flags until 3 months after the breakup. Your brain was helpfully editing. So if you're confident you're fully aware of your surroundings right now, think again. There might be a metaphorical or literal gorilla waving at you this very second. Number 4, emotions are brain tricks. You probably think your emotions are honest little messengers delivering pure, unfiltered feelings straight from your soul. Nope. They're more like overworked interns guessing wildly about what's going on. See, your brain doesn't process emotions as they happen. It takes scattered physical signals, heartbeat, sweating, muscle tension, and slaps a label on them. Hearts racing. Palms. Sweaty must be anxiety, or excitement, or food poisoning. Ever felt nervous and mistaken it for being in love? That's your brain misreading its own data. And don't even get me started on anger. Sometimes you're not mad at your coworker. You're just hungry and your blood sugar dropped. Psychologists call this affect labeling, and it's basically your brain running an emotional version of Google Translate, with mixed results. So next time you're overwhelmed, remember it's not you. It's your brain trying to assign meaning to electrical noise in your body. A meaning that might be completely wrong. But hey, good luck convincing yourself of that when you're mid-ugly cry. Number 5, your brain deletes reality. Right now as you sit there, your brain is ignoring 99% of the world around you. That buzzing fridge gone. The feeling of your clothes on your skin vanished. Your own blinking completely edited out. This isn't laziness, it's survival. Your brain's job is to keep you alive, not to drown you in raw sensory data. So it ruthlessly deletes anything it deems unimportant. The technical term is selective attention, but really it's your brain saying, "Shut up, I'm busy." Ever driven home and realized you don't remember a single turn? That's your brain on autopilot trimming the footage to save space. Helpful. Sure. Creepy. Absolutely. And here's the kicker. What counts as important isn't up to you. It's your brain's call. So if you're being stalked by a hungry lion while texting your crush, your brain might prioritize the typo in your message over the fangs in the bushes. Number 6. Pain isn't what you think. You know pain, right? That sharp sting when you stub your toe, the burn from touching a hot pan. Hate to break it to you, but pain isn't real. Wait, don't roll your eyes. Pain feels real, but it's not some objective thing your body sends to your brain. It's a full-on interpretation your brain invents based on signals context and a little bit of paranoia. Your nerves send out something's wrong alerts when they detect damage. But your brain decides how bad it feels. Sometimes it downplays a broken bone so you can run from a tiger. Other times it turns up the volume on a paper cut just to remind you who's boss. Even weirder, phantom limb pain. People who've lost arms or legs still feel agony in body parts that no longer exist. Why? Because their brains never got the memo. So, pain isn't a thing happening to you. It's a story your brain writes, sometimes helpful, sometimes a cruel prank. Next time you stub your toe, just remember it's all in your head. Literally. Number 7. Your vision is a hallucination. You're not really seeing the world. I mean, you think you are. But what your brain gives you isn't reality. It's a carefully photoshopped, slightly laggy simulation. Your eyes don't actually send full images to your brain. They send chaotic, fragmented data like puzzle pieces chucked at your head, and your brain assembles them into something that feels seamless. It even fills in gaps where your eyes can't see. Take your blind spot, for example. There's a literal hole in your vision where your optic nerve connects, but do you notice it? Nope. Your brain fills it in with whatever it thinks should be there, like a clumsy CGI artist patching holes in a video game. And those saccades, tiny eye movements that happen several times a second. During each one, your vision briefly cuts out. Your brain stitches it all together so you think you're seeing a steady flow. But really, you're living in a highlight reel. Your neurons are editing on the fly. So when you're staring at your friend's face or scrolling this video late at night, remember you're not seeing reality. You're seeing what your brain wants you to see. And it's terrifyingly good at making you believe the lie. Number 8. Your memories are mostly lies. Think about your earliest memory. Maybe it's sitting in a high chair tossing Cheerios on the floor while your mom laughs. Cute, right? Now here's the thing, there's a solid chance it never happened. Your brain isn't some flawless digital archive. It's more like a bad novelist with a deadline filling in gaps and rewriting chapters so the story still makes sense. Psychologists call this confabulation. You call it my childhood. Every time you recall a memory, you're not replaying it, you're recreating it. Like opening a Word doc, editing it, and then hitting save without noticing. And each time, more little changes. Maybe your mom wasn't laughing. Maybe she was yelling because the dog was eating the Cheerios, or maybe there wasn't even a dog. This isn't your brain being mean. It's survival. Perfect recall takes too much processing power. You don't need to remember every awkward middle school dance or which sock you wore in 3rd grade. So your brain filters tweaks and sometimes flat-out lies to protect your sense of self. The scariest part, you'll never know which memories are real and which are carefully edited fakes. Sleep tight with that thought. So what's real you may never know. Subscribe before your brain decides to forget this too.